Alright you guys, so welcome to my eyeshadow drawer. It's pretty huge. I have an Ikea drawer. It has 8 different drawers. This is supposed to be for clothing, but for me it worked for my makeup just because I'm a hoarder. I know, I just hoard too much makeup, and this is where everything fits and I don't have makeup laying around. So there is that. Excuse, I have a nail just popped off, another one broke. I don't know what's happening, but we are here, and I'm actually going to be organizing and sharing with you guys how I organize this. And we also going to be decluttering some palettes today because I have just too much. I'm gonna get all of the palettes out of here and put them aside because that way I have a clean canvas to work with. So I even have boxes and all, so that's kind of like taking a lot of space. So let's go ahead and put that there. I mean, everything is pretty much all over the place. Still have boxes here. So let's just go ahead and take everything out of the drawer and then organize it by section, size, and all that stuff. Alright you guys, so I have you on the other side of this now because I have laid out all of my palettes here. So I kind of like organize them by size. Basically, these are like my biggest, widest palette, which I tend to have in the ends at the bottom just because they take so much space. And then I have like more square palettes over there. These are a little bit smaller than over there, and then these are like my slimmer palettes right here. Then I have like my much smaller palettes on this area, and then all the way over here I have my ABH Collection, which I absolutely love, and I cannot stop using their palettes, you guys. Like, this will be something I will never stop using. I love them so much. So now let's go ahead and start organizing and seeing what I'm gonna keep. This is a collection that I always get rid of right away just because I would never like get rid of this collection. This is my ABH Collection palette. I have the Modern Renaissance palette, looks like that. I have the Soft Glam palette, looks like this. I have the Riviera palette, looks like that. I have the Prism palette that looks like this. And these are pretty much collaborations. We have Alyssa Edwards that looks like this. We have the Ambrezi palette, which I absolutely love. Another favorite is the Jackie Aina palette. Absolutely adore this. We also have the Norvina palette. And we also have the Carly Bybel palette. So that collection, the ABH collection, I pretty much just put it away because that is no way, shape, or form I'll get rid of it. Now let's see from here what I'm going to be keeping and what I'm going to get rid of. So I think I'm going to start with the smaller palette because these are just palettes that I technically don't really gravitate towards unless I'm traveling. We have here Nomad Cosmetics palette. I love this brand, you guys. I'm really close to with the owners as well. They are just so freaking nice and their quality are really amazing. So I always love to keep these. This is a Lime Crime extra small palette. And the only reason why I kept this is because of this color. I don't have anything like it, but I don't use this palette at all, you guys. The only color I want in here is this one, but I don't use it, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I have here 4 different eyeshadow palettes from ColourPop. We have Miss Bliss, and this is super pretty, you guys. The colors peachy, I absolutely love. We have Smoke Show, we have Blue Moon, we have Meant to Be, and we have Honey. And I'm definitely keeping all of these, you guys, because I love ColourPop and I really love their eyeshadow, and these work amazing, so I'm gonna keep these. I just realized that I have more ColourPop palettes. So we have Wow Nothing. This is just one of their latest launches, and I really love the shimmers in here, you guys. I'm definitely gonna keep this one. We have Good as Gold. Another beautiful, gorgeous gold palette that I love the shimmers, and that's the reason why I keep these. We have All That, and this is more of a mauvey tone kind of palette, and I'm actually going to get rid of this one because I'm not a big fan of these colors. I do love the packaging though. Last but not least, we have Flutter.by. Looks like this, gorgeous colors, more of the mauvey tone. I just love it because of the packaging. It's so freaking stunning, you guys, so I'm definitely going to keep this. Another of my favorite brands is Juvia's Place, and we have some of their mini palettes right here. We have the Berries, looks like this. We have the Violets, looks like this. We have the Chocolates, looks like that. And we have the Nudes, looks like this. I actually like these shades, you guys. They're definitely not my favorite, but I love collecting. I do love collecting Juvia's Place, so I'm definitely gonna keep these. We have a whole bunch of more mini palettes right here. Starting with Party Animal by Lara Lee. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one because I don't use it and it's still brand new. We have the Tarte Fleur palette. Looks like that. Super pretty nudes. Definitely gonna keep this one. We have the Huda Beauty Warm Obsession palette. Looks like this. Another gorgeous warm palette. And these are minis that are great for traveling. We have the Huda Beauty Neon palette. Looks like that. And this is practically new, you guys. I have not used it yet and I don't think I will be using it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. We have the ABH minis right here that looks like this. And again, I would not get rid of my palettes from ABH, so I'm gonna keep these. This is another eyeshadow palette by Oba. It looks like this. It's gorgeous, has beautiful colors, but I don't think I'm gonna be using it again, you guys, just because of the color story. It's not my favorite when it comes to combining colors, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. We have the Wet n Wild and Pac-Man collection right here, eyeshadow palette. This is something I wouldn't get rid of because the color are actually really beautiful and work really nice and are also super pigmented, so I'm gonna keep these. And again, we have more Juvia's Place palettes right here, which I'm not gonna get rid of, you guys, because I just love collecting them. We have here the collection with Fumi. Looks like this. We have one of my favorite, Nubian 3 Coral. We have the Nomad, and we also have the Warrior 3. And their eyeshadow are definitely my favorite, so I'm definitely keeping these. Over here, we have some of our slim palettes. We starting with Peachy Queen. This is a palette that I don't think I will be using at all, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. It has a lot of shimmer, you guys, so I don't think I'll be using it. One of my favorite brand, Uoma, and this is their Black Magic Carnival palette. I love their shadow, I love the brand, and I would never get rid of this one. I'm definitely hoarding it. I also have their Black Magic palette. And love these shades, you guys. Especially these three right here are my most used. Love it. We have a Revolution Pro Night and Day palette. And I have yet to use this palette, you guys. I've been dying to use it. I've been dying to try it and still have not given it a try. I think I'm going to put it aside so I could use it for this Sunday testing videos. I have the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Arm and Gorgeous palette. And this is a beautiful warm tone eyeshadow palette. Definitely love it and going to keep it. We also have Urban Decay Naked Honey. And I love this palette, you guys. I definitely love it. And I also collect my Urban Decay palettes because I love them. This is the Naked Urban Decay Cherry, another palette I really like as well. And their latest one, which is the Ultraviolet palette. And I'm just obsessed with the packaging on this palette, you guys. It's so beautiful. And the color, like from here, it's everything, especially this one right here. It's just such a stunning shade. Like, look at that. I love this palette. Definitely keeping it. And we have two Pinky Rose palette. We have Obsessed. And we have the shade Exotic Peacock. And these are two of my favorite colorful palettes. I'm definitely going to keep them. They are also Latina owned and yeah, gotta support. We also have here Big Browns by Dose of Colors. It's the first time of me trying Dose of Colors and I love their shadows, you guys. They're so blendable. Definitely keeping this baby. We also have Sweet Violet by Violet Voss. Looks like this. I have not touched this palette. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take it out now so I could use this for my Testing Sundays videos. We have another palette here by House Laboratory. This palette, normally I would get rid of it, but I do want to keep it for collection purposes since this is Lady Gaga's brand. I think it's just, she's iconic, so I had to like keep it because of her. We also have the Revolution makeup palette right here. This is the Chill with Cannabis palette. I just love the packaging. I love the colors in here, you guys. I did use this, but just the more neutral shades on this palette. I'm actually going to put this aside for my makeup testing Sundays just because I have to test this again. I only used it once, I think, and I absolutely fell in love with it, so I need to use it a few more times. So another Latina owned brand is Alamar Cosmetics, and I absolutely love her shadows. They work bomb AF. This was actually her first palette ever, and I have to keep this because it's so freaking gorgeous and it works amazing. There's another palette that I really like for my everyday use. This is the Violet Voss Vibes Matte Eyeshadow. Looks like this, a whole bunch of just literally mattes, and I love it. We have the Dreamer in Color by B Bella. I love their palettes. They work amazing, and it's a super affordable brand as well. They actually just launched a Cool Breeze palette as well, and it looks like this. Another beautiful, gorgeous palette. Here's the difference between the two. I love both, and definitely gonna keep these. Another brand that I love and is super affordable is the Carity Professional Matte Eyeshadow Palette. These are super pigmented. They are all matte. You guys, they work freaking bomb. We have the Born to Run Urban Decay Eyeshadow Palette. There's another palette I really love. The shadow work amazing. This is one of my favorite of their shadow palettes, you guys. Like, I really like this. I'm just not the biggest fan of like shimmers in here, but either way they work amazing, especially the neutrals here. So I'm gonna keep this. We have a Pinky Rose Stormy palette. This is limited edition. Looks like this. The colors are super pretty, but nothing out of like the ordinary. It's nothing like, oh my god, I need these. The shimmers are really nice in here too, but I just don't see myself gravitating towards this color story, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. We have here the BH Cosmetic Trending in Tokyo palette. I love their palette. They work amazing. Definitely gonna keep this. Another brand that I really love is the OPP Beauty. This is their Rainbow Splash palette, and yeah, nothing bad to say about these palettes, and I'm definitely keeping them. Another palette I just launched as well is the Violet Voss Sakura Blossom. This is a gorgeous ass palette, you guys. It's definitely more neutral and it has a whole bunch of beautiful shimmers. I'm keeping this because of the whole packaging and I just really love the colors in here. We have here Nomad Cosmetics pastel palette. Looks like this. This is a gorgeous pastel palette. I don't think I have any other pastel palettes, so I'm definitely keeping this one because it works amazing. Great quality and great price as well. Another Charity Cosmetics palette. This is their Picante palette and it's super neutral, super warm, and yeah, you guys, it works amazing. I love their quality, so I'm gonna keep this. We also have here the Juvia's Place Nubian 2 palette. Looks like this. This is definitely beat up. Like, I gave it a lot of use. Like, I had this palette for the longest. It actually came off. Oh my god. Well, the reveal, this is all cardboard. Their quality is still bomb, so definitely keeping this. Another Latina owned brand is Glamlight, and this is their Viva Taco palette. This is the taco palette. I will never get rid of it, so keeping it. We also have the Glamlight Cake palette. This has to be the prettiest fucking palette ever. It looks like that. It has a mirror and great quality. And here we have my Norvina collection by Anna Hills. This is something I also wouldn't get rid of because I love their quality. Here we have Volume 4, Volume 3, Volume 2, and Volume 1. Another of my favorite YouTubers is Patricia Bright. If you guys don't follow her, you are missing out. She did a collaboration with Revolution Makeup. This is one of her palette and I absolutely love and adore her. So I would forever keep this. And I like the colors as well. And it's affordable. So yeah, have to keep it. We also have the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, one of her first palette ever. Here it is. I still have it, and yeah, keeping it because that's when they had amazing quality. We also have the 35B. This is where my love for color started, you guys, and I only keep this as memory because it's no longer available. And as you can see, I jacked it up as well, but yeah, definitely gonna keep this. We also have here Glamlight paint palette. This is the one and only paint palette that you'll ever see in your entire life, at least for now, so I'm gonna keep it because I actually really love this quality. Another drugstore palette, Wet n Wild, the 40 palette. This has 40 different colors and it's kind of like an imitation of the James Charles palette with Morphe, but a more affordable version, and it works great, so why not? We're almost done, you guys. Let's go ahead and go on to our last batch right here to see what we're gonna keep from here. We have the Thirsty palette. This was a gift by my best friend. That's the only reason why I haven't gotten rid of this, because it was a gift. So for now, I'm going to keep it here. This is an eyeshadow palette in collaboration with my cousin. He's a makeup artist in my country, and he had the opportunity to work with a brand to create this palette. So, of course, I'm going to keep this. We have here the LA Girl Pro Artistry eyeshadow palette. This is another palette I want to keep aside to try because I have not tried it yet. And we also have the LA Girl Pro Mastery eyeshadow palette that looks like this. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. We have another palette from Charity Cosmetics. This is their Come As You Are. Not getting rid of it. I love the color variation. It's very like different in my opinion. And I just love the combination here of these kind of like rare colors that you'll probably never see together in a palette. So I'm definitely keeping this. We have a Venus Extra Large palette. This is another palette that I only probably touched one, but I really, really love these deep burgundy browns, you guys. They just look so freaking stunning, and I'm gonna keep that. I like it. Another Latina-owned brand is this Authentic palette by SD Beauty, and it looks like this. It works really, really good, you guys, and I'm definitely gonna keep it. Another palette by Lady Gaga. This is her Stupid Love eyeshadow palette that I'm definitely gonna keep. I like to keep this as collection because these are things that probably never come back, so I'm definitely gonna keep this. We have another palette by this brand Alicia. Looks like this. I don't think I'm gonna be using this palette, you guys, so I'm definitely gonna get rid of it. We have here another collaboration with Bremen Rock and Wet n Wild. I absolutely love Bremen Rock and I love Wet n Wild, so I'm gonna keep this. And I like the color combination too, you guys. It's super pretty. I love these reds. You barely see reds on palettes, so I'm definitely gonna keep this. Another palette by OPB Beauty is a Jamoja palette. Looks like this, super brownish. Kind of reminds me a lot of the Juvia's Place palette. Here's a comparison between them, like the whole format. It's almost kind of like the same. You have the blue, the little gold one, the little green, the kind of like browns. You kind of get the deal with the copper colors and things like that. You kind of have a similarity between them, but overall super nice quality. So I'm definitely going to keep both. I also have the OPB Beauty Tropical Dream, another palette that I really like as well, especially this blue is so deep, so intense, and their shimmers are super, super pretty as well and super pigmented, so I'm going to keep this. And last but not least, you guys, we also have the latest Juvia's Place Wahala palette that looks like this. Another palette that looks super, super pretty, and I just love the reds and overall the color combinations that's in here. It's really pretty, so I'm going to keep this. Okay, you guys, so pretty much I think we are done decluttering. I think now we're gonna go on to organizing this on my drawers. So over here, you guys, I went ahead and put my ABH kind of like mini collection here. I do like to keep my palettes kind of like organized like this because I'm able to see them and just pick them up right away. But I think these I'm gonna be able to just stand up here. But it'll be so much easier for me if I'm just able to lay them here. That way I can just see and pick them up right away. And you guys, you're honestly able to fit so much more like this. For some reason, you're just able to fit so much. My only problems are with this huge palette. They usually have no space here. And is the reason why I have to just like lay them down. This one, it's so uncomfortable to even store because of the shape of it. This is the only reason why I don't really like going for palettes like this, just because of how uncomfortable they are. Okay, you guys, so I think that ultimately I'm able to fit them and sit them. Oh yeah, I'm able to stand them up, you guys. I'm so excited. Yes, 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 yes. It's gonna fit so much better like that. All right, you guys, so I feel like I was able to store them efficiently where I'm able to see them and kind of like pick them up and put them back down. And that way it just keeps everything a little bit more organized. This is one of the reasons why I really love this drawer, just because it's so efficient when it comes to like organizing. Palettes are also tall. Look how tall these are, and I'm able to close my drawer with no problem and also open them up. I'm so happy I was able to do this, and I'm also able to see everything. Like I'm able to pick my palettes, even this big ass palette right here, I'm able to see it and grab it from underneath and kind of like just push it back down. So I am loving this. Honey, we are done. By the way, let me know in the comments how you guys will organize this. If it was you with this kind of like mess here, how will you organize it? Will you put some drawer in here? How will you organize it? Leave it in the comments down below because I would love to know. Maybe I like that everything is displayed and I'm able to see everything. From now on, I hope I'm able to see the palettes and get inspired and grab and use more of my palettes. By the way, let's show you guys the palettes that I'm actually decluttering right here. We're decluttering this palette, which is practically new. I think I only touched this once. I'm going to declutter this Stormy palette by Pinky Rose. I'm going to declutter this Peachy Queen Midnight Romance palette. I'm going to declutter this Laura Lee Los Angeles Party Animal palette. I'm going to declutter this ColourPop All That eyeshadow palette. We also decluttering the Lime Crime Venus Extra Small palette. We're also decluttering this Ebates palette. And last but not least, we also decluttering this Neon Huda Beauty palette. And that is our declutterings for today, and this is our organization for today. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments what are your thoughts and opinion. Again, leave me some suggestions on how would you organize this. I would love the recommendation. Thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing, that way you don't miss any of the future videos. But without further ado, babes, I'll see you on Thursday's video. Bye.